walk with a light step, baby. Catch a breezy. Live.
All right, it's Monday. Yeah, stop, dummy. She rolled right through that stop sign. That's funny. It's not funny, but it kind of is. So yeah, it's Monday, and so this will be the second week. So I think I have a total of 7 rides on this bike, and I believe that's the number. We'll just go with that because it's just an estimate. So so we'll just say 14 times 12. How many miles is that? Is that 148? Doesn't matter. So we have that so far on this bike. We just we were on Tustin Avenue, or I mean not Tustin. We were on Walnut Avenue, and we just turned left onto Cambridge. I thought this street was more lit up than this. We have a bike lane here. So yeah, so far so good on this bike. This weekend, I wanted to take a break and kind of give my legs a rest, I guess. But you know, I still rode so Saturday was somewhat of not a lazy day, but a resting day, I suppose. We did go to the block, so I walked around there a little bit. And then Saturday night, I went out about 8:45 or 9, yeah, about 8:30 actually, and rode till 11. But I didn't ride the whole time. I did film, but I met up with a friend of mine from work just to kind of show him Orange. We were gonna go to Santa Ana, but he's a little for a first ride out here at night, that might have been a little too much. He mainly wanted to try out his new camera. He got the DJI Action 5, so I got to check that camera out. It's pretty cool. I mean, I would have to film with it, but I know it's a good camera. I mean, this one's a good camera, especially at night. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know how many miles I ended up doing. Probably 12 at least. 12 to 15. It's a lot colder this morning. It's about 56. Oh, look at that. Spooky. Oh man, I had a monster at home. I forgot it. So yeah, that was cool riding around. I showed him, some, just Chapman University, LaSalle. We rode Palmyra to look at the Halloween stuff. Halloween Street. And what else? Oh, I took him to Hart Park. Suggested we ride on the creek trail, but I don't think he was ready for something like that. It's a lot different when you're out here. It looks and appears how it is on these videos and on camera. A lot of these areas are like that, but when you get out here, it's a little different. What the hell was that noise? Look at that car, it scared me. Yeah, it's intimidating. I mean, you shine a light down a dark trail at night. Knowing there's homeless encampments, and he knows Hart Park as a park where from the past, from gang stuff. All right, so we're going over the 22 freeway. So a subscriber, Richard, asked me about Halloween rides to the cemetery. So we pass this cemetery every day, not every day, but often. So I don't have a lot of extra time today, but we can this is part of the Fairhaven Cemetery. Oh, there's somebody here. Good morning. So they have all these candles lit. So this is the smaller cemetery. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. We just passed the yard maintenance. We have a car up here as well. There's only one, there's that one entrance I have, and then there's, that I went through, and then there's the main entrance. There's not a lot to see unless I were to get off my bike and kind of walk through here, but looks like they have some open land right here. So let me turn off my light. It's hard to see, but if you look to my left, there's lots of candles lit. Not as many as I'm used to. It looks really awesome when you come through here, and there's just like a field of candles and lights lit. It's very dark right here. Let my eyes adjust to the darkness. So it looks like the maintenance cart. I don't know where they went. It's hard to see. We'll take a quick tour around here, and just to kind of give you an idea of the layout. The gates are open. We're not. I don't know when you're allowed or not allowed to be in here, but to me, if the gates are open, then you're good. So I can't, the bad thing is I can't get through, the whole route in the morning. They have so this is the Fairhaven Cemetery, and then on the other side is the Santa Ana Cemetery, and they actually are sectioned off here by those barred gates. So that's how you know you're going from one cemetery to the other. They do have a security car that rides around. That wasn't it. It's a legit security car that rides around here, and probably keeps vandals and things like that out of here. So from a distance, I just look like a security guy or something, or a maintenance guy cruising through here. So we'll do a quick walk on this path right here and cut across. I just want to make sure I'm not going to get surprised by anybody. This is it's a beautiful cemetery. So we can, I assume going while it's dark would be cool, but let me know if you want me to come back in the daytime, where you can really see how beautiful some of these headstones are. So you have a young scholar up on the top of here. So another thing we can do, if I lock my bike up, I'd probably do it in the daytime, is go into this, I can't think of the appropriate word for this. I guess it's a, for lack of any better words, it's a church, whatever you want to call it. But you can go inside of here. The door is usually it's chained right now. It's usually unlocked. So if we come through here on a, we got a truck up here. I'm not gonna act suspicious. I don't care if I see a truck, it's fine. If they wanna get me out of here, they can tell me. So yeah, I've gone inside of there before, years ago in the daytime. I drove here and walked through there, and it's cool, very cool. Mausoleum. So it's a mausoleum, but there's definitely like a church inside. I know church isn't the right word, guys and girls. But here comes a cart. We'll find a spot to walk through. There's another maintenance truck. The only reason why I wouldn't want to get kicked out is because I want to come back. Yeah, he's coming this way. If I get kicked out, then I'll get in trouble the next time I come in. And then they can tell me not, and then, if I get caught like multiple times, then it's not good. He's just going the other way. So now we're in the Santa Ana section. We can walk. So there's a security car over here somewhere. But like I said, from a distance, they're not going to know what the heck I am. Anyway, so this is it. It's not really too it's very peaceful. really not too frightening. Looks like they're doing a lot of road work over here. So I may not be able to get through right here, so I might have to walk through the cemetery. They have a bunch of let's see, I gotta make sure I'm not running into any cables. Redoing this driveway. But yeah, it's not, I mean, it's not really too scary. And I love the cemetery. I mean, I guess you think like there could be, yeah, things you don't see behind some of these gravestones or other people wandering around, but we should probably get going because I have to go to work. So we'll be a little bit late. This video will be a little bit long. Yeah, I definitely can come back during the daytime and show you how awesome this is. I've gone by here before, and Pamela Sorensen is over here, Jim Morrison's wife. So we've probably been in here for 10 minutes, maybe. Yeah, we can come here in the daytime so you can see how cool it is. And then I can probably plan a trip where I, even in the darkness, where I get off my bike and walk. And then the other cemeteries would be Holy Sepulchre Cemetery, which is out by it's out by Jamboree, basically. If you go on Chapman and go up over the hill and go left, it's right there. And that's a beautiful, beautiful cemetery. Of course, we got the leaf blower. Now we have to decide which way to go. Let's go this way. Actually, you know, that doesn't make sense because we already kind of traveled in this direction. Let's go this way. Fairhaven Memorial Park and Santa Ana Cemetery, that's what that was. Yeah, so today I wore my long sleeve hooded shirt and a windbreaker and my head covering and my gloves, obviously. Probably not the best biking gloves, but I think it was on Friday morning my hands got a little bit cold. But yeah, after a few miles into the ride, it's not, you don't really think about it. So I don't know if this street goes through. This is Fairhaven. The next street over is Santa Clara. Let's see if this street goes through. So usually I'll cut over on Grand, or I cut over on Old Grand. So Old Grand's a street similar to this, and then Grand is Grand. And then I'll turn on to Santa Clara and then go up Lincoln parallel with the tracks. But this street right here doesn't look like it goes through. It looks like it's gonna turn in the wrong direction. Let's go this way. Nice quiet neighborhood. All right, so we're on Old Grand. So on Old Grand, you would expect to see older houses, or that's what I expected when I saw the street. You know, like an old main drag, but it's just a regular street. I don't even think there's any old farmhouses. Some apartments, or I guess they would call them condos, but yeah, I don't see any old houses at all. Maybe this one on the corner, see how big these trees are? So probably right here, if there's not an old house here, like this house doesn't look very old, but it could be, you can see there's an old house there. That looks like maybe there was a big house there with that garage, with that barn, and then maybe they tore down the old house and left the barn and built that house. You can just tell how, that's what I always look for is, big, tall trees, big, tall, whatever kind of trees, pine trees. And you know that property is probably 100 years old. Oh yeah, let's turn to this guy. So we'll go on to Grand. So I'm riding a little safer than usual as far as I ended up buying some tubes before we ran out of money, which is a good thing I did. So I got two tubes off of Amazon on Saturday. So they were I just went with that inexpensive manufacturer Bell, which is, I don't know where they sell Bell stuff. I guess they sell that at Walmart too. But I read some reviews on the tubes and it seems like they're just fine. So I bought 2 tubes at $3.19, and then I was going on a ride Saturday night, so I wanted to have have the tubes with me, or at least one tube. So I, since they were so cheap, they're normally $8.99. It cost, I think it was $2.99 to have them delivered same day. The other option, I wouldn't have gotten until Tuesday for those specific tubes. So 64% savings. With the shipping, adding the shipping cost, it was probably maybe 50% savings. So we'll go ahead and go on 17th Street. And if you're a security, if your job is being security, Orange County is a good spot. There's security everywhere. Big bump. Try to get some speed going here. So these streets that cut across here, I don't know much about them. I just know that the freeway comes through at an angle, so at some point it's gonna force you to go east, which might be okay. I usually don't look at Google Maps to plan routes too much. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll look and just try to kind of see, but it's getting to that point where if we want to discover like newer hidden routes, that we might have to maybe start planning stuff on maps, just so that we have this massive grid, you know, from Bristol over to the mountains to the sea trail, you know, that we've seen, like where it's, you know, we're not going to hit every single street, but we kind of have to wrap up that whole massive section of Santa Ana. This is the point where I regret wearing all these clothes. All right, so we are getting very close to downtown Santa Ana. have a police. OC Sheriff. So we have an alley right here coming up, and then we have another one behind us. And when I go in these alleys, I'm not trying to be like some daring person, but this is this guy doesn't see me. This is kind of an exploration, so it's I want to know exactly what some of these areas are all about. And so we're going to go ahead and take this alley as far as we can. So that short I made went out of control. That was kind of funny. People were acting like I was a scaredy cat, which is funny. I wasn't waiting to find out, I mean, I know I'll do a video. I mean, anybody who watches this channel knows how I ride and where I ride. If I didn't think morning. Oh, this is a dead end. Yeah, if I didn't think that I wasn't in danger, I wouldn't have been that way. Yeah, this is a dead end alley. Pretty bad. So we'll jump over. I think there's another alley over here. But yeah, that's the funny thing. So when I was editing the video that I published, I guess I published it yesterday. We're turning left onto Spurgeon. I was going through the footage, and I was like, I'm riding by. I slow it down, and I see a guy sees me coming down the alley, picks something off the ground, and then steps towards me. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was just, I mean, obviously he was just hanging out, but maybe he sensed that I was dangerous. And was just gonna defend himself, but he definitely looked like he stepped towards me, but I don't know if he did or not. Not a big deal. All right, we're just gonna cut over to Bush Street. Over to French Street. Alright, Civic Center Drive. Yeah, it's getting warm. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching my channel. Seems like it's doing okay. Still haven't really made any progress towards the motor. I did email Electric again, since I know a few people contacted them. I'm not in a, like I've said before, I'm not in a hurry because this bike is a new challenge for me. And I just, I'm taking this as an opportunity to get into shape and let the cards fall how they may. So right now we're we're halfway there. So when we get there, I'll let everybody know. But I was seeing if the reason why I contacted Electric, so I don't want to come across to Electric as some desperate person, but I just wanted to check with them since, yeah, I know quite a few people contacted them regarding the channel and how I've kind of represented Electric's products. And I've spent a lot of money with those guys. I didn't get just the bike. I think I talked about it in my last video. I bought the bike. I bought an extra battery. I bought a bike pump. I bought a helmet and bags. So probably not a lot, probably a couple $1,000s. And for me, in the lifetime of the bike, what they've done for me is they've replaced my display twice, and they also replaced the charger. So I had a charger go bad and 2 displays go bad, but that's expected, in my opinion. We have these mass-produced components. It's not like the controller went bad or the motor. I think the motor could have lasted a lot longer, to be honest with you. Yeah, so most alleyways I go through, I try to be aware of which neighborhood I'm going through. Not that it matters, but it's just interesting to me. All right, Yeah, one of these alleys dead end. I think this is good up for another block. Yeah, this is a dead end up here, so we'll go ahead and head over to Cypress. We're very close to Main Street. Oh man, somebody's cooking breakfast. All right, let's see what time it is. It's already getting brighter outside. Let's see. We're gonna be late like usual. Oh, with these gloves on though, it's so difficult. $6:34. All right. So seven is pretty much turned into my start time since I've been on this bike. So hadn't I, my old start time was 6:30 to 6:45. Had I not gone by the cemetery and explored the alleyways, I probably would have got to work on time. So this says dead end, but I know we can get through. Here. We'll go ahead and cruise over to Main Street. Have a lot of dark footage on this video, so it might be nice to brighten it up a little bit. Yeah, definitely too warm now for this jacket. Man, it's so hot. I'm starting to get claustrophobic. Getting in the zone, the auto zone. Yeah, I like the way the videos look on South Main. I know I take it a lot, but it's, yeah, the last section of the commute in other areas, yeah, that doesn't have as much features, you know. Like Red Hill, I could be on Red Hill right now, or Von Carmen. Even on Flower Street, which Flower Street's a great ride, but Flower Street, towards the end, you're just on a bike trail next to a canal. Yeah, and unless you happen to come across, you know, homeless people, it's not really too exciting. So I have to include a combination of things this week. So the Holy Sepulchre Cemetery I can get footage of on the weekend. That's kind of what I wanted to do this weekend. But if I leave early enough, we can get it while it's dark, and we can watch the sun come up over the foothills there, I guess, and the mountains. So as you go into the entrance of the cemetery, you're facing east and looking over a cliff into a canyon. So that, and I need to have a ride that's not distracted, where I try to make it in under an hour. So I just want to see if I've made any improvements speed-wise and endurance-wise compared to the last week and a half. So yeah, ultimately I want to make it in 50 minutes. So that would be a 10, more than a 10-minute improvement. That would be between 10 and 15 minutes faster. But I'm not talking about like really like racing to work. I just mean a steady pace without going on any side missions. Just a straightforward commute. Let's see how fast we can go. I know I need to put my phone up right here. So yesterday we went to my son wanted to go to San Diego on the train, which I love going on the train because it's just a good experience and it's easy on the pocketbook. And I just think it's it's just a deeper experience. Anyway, so we left a little late at 11:40. So by the time we got to Oceanside, I realized if we took the coaster train to San Diego, we would only have probably 45 minutes to hang out there. And I wanted to hit Old Town San Diego and then the very last stop, which is the Santa Fe station, and explore on foot. So when we we decided, I felt bad because he was looking forward to San Diego, but we had discussed it, if it doesn't seem like we're gonna have enough time, we'll just stay in Oceanside. So in Oceanside, Oceanside, I was a little disappointed at first because it wasn't like I envisioned it. So out by the pier, that Ruby's had burned down, so we walked the pier, and it's just, I don't know what it was. It just didn't have that beach vibe that I'm used to. So I'm used to going to, our primary beaches are Newport and Balboa, and then we also go further down to I think it's called Aliso Beach. It's just south of Laguna. So those are our primary beaches. So Oceanside just didn't have that vibe, but then we ended up walking over into more of the downtown area, and that was awesome. That was actually really cool. So from Oceanside, we decided that we would, we know we like San Clemente, so we jumped on the train and went back to San Clemente, and then walked on the pier there, walked over to the rocks and checked out the retaining wall that they're building there. So they've had an issue with the landslides there going over the tracks. So they're building this massive retaining wall. So we did that. And then we decided to walk into the up to the down to Old Town San Clemente. which was awesome. So it was a very, very hilly, like a lot of hills, a pretty steep climb all the way to downtown. I don't know how many, it was about a 20-minute walk. So I don't know like how many miles that is. It was probably, probably a mile. A mile to Old Town. And then, but it was cool. So I had my this camera with me for the whole trip. But I just had it connected. I have like this necklace mount that just hangs on my neck, so I can pop the camera off and then just get some quick footage. But I didn't approach it like a serious vlog or whatever. It's just me pulling out the camera, filming some stuff, and my son and I talking in the background. So I don't know, if you're interested in seeing that, I can put it up on YouTube. In case you've never been or never seen any of those places, it might be cool to watch. Let's go on the, oh, he's moving aside. Yeah, I gotta get a bell. Doritos, look at that's faded out, black and white. Wow, it's already daylight. Oh, you know what I can do? I can 3D print a phone holder today. I'll look that up. Might not be the best, but it'll work. I can tape it into the holder. If we do a print that's not super dense. I just don't know. With this wrap, the clamping is going to have to be a two-piece clamping where we can fit a screw with a nut and then bring it up from the bottom and clamp it that way, rather than one that needs that specific handlebar diameter. But I already know they're going to be any of the models that you find are going to have they'll be a little more complicated. They're going to have a screw that comes through to clamp onto your phone, which is fine. I just don't know how much longer it would take the print to work. Probably not that much longer. The final hill climb. The final hill climb. It's a long, very long grade. Get my cardio. Woo. Yeah, I didn't fall asleep till midnight last night and woke up at 5. I feel like I say that a lot, but it's true. But definitely with the biking, when I do end up falling asleep, I sleep very well. Sleep good. It's just getting that mind to switch off. But I'm definitely able to go into I'm able to slow my mind down, so I think that helps. So even if I'm laying there and I'm not sleeping, I can kind of go blank, you know, and then when I catch my mind going off into worries, you know, worrying about, you know, stuff I have no control over, or I'm trying to work out all these issues. Yeah, I'm able to shut that down pretty easy, and then I'll get back into kind of a stillness that's not, you know, it's not like I'm struggling to go to sleep. It's like basically in a very still, quiet wakefulness. So I think that helps. I think that's why I'm able to get by with 5 hours of sleep. All right, well, thank you for watching my video. I know this is a very long one. I may or may not make it into 2 parts, we'll see. So yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for your support, everybody.